Welcome back for another episode of Full Retard. Today we have some entitled parent stories. First up, a story by V. Stormcloud. Religious entitled mom wants to call her lawyers because her 18-year-old daughter moved out. Before I get this started, I just want to say that I've been reading entitled parent stories for over 2 years, and I never thought I would have to tell one of my own. This is a story about how my friends' lives have been going recently. So daughter has had enough of entitled mom. She said she considered moving out, and entitled mom cut off daughter's phone service and took her phone away. Kicked her out to nice dad's house and didn't speak to daughter for months. After that, boyfriend got her a new phone and a job at Domino's. They both work there now. I think I also should mention entitled mom is trying to keep daughter on her child support for as long as possible so that she can keep taking money from nice dad, who is making about $35,000 a year. While entitled mom is making $90,000 in cyber security, and she gets primary custody and child support that she doesn't need, even though entitled mom cheated on nice dad countless times. Daughter and boyfriend are currently living with my friend, whose mother is their landlord. Entitled mom threatened to take legal action against landlord, who is an immigrant barbershop employee who is barely able to pay for her own home and car, for renting to people who just turned 18, which is the legal age to move out of your parents' house. Entitled mom also said that she will be looking for her. We don't really know what that means, so we'll just need to hope for the best. The worst part is entitled mom has had everything handed to her entire life, and nothing bad has ever happened to entitled mom. I apologize that there is no happy ending here because the conflict is still going on. I'm hoping that I will be posting a good news update in the future. Thanks for reading. Up next, we have a story by Helpfully Unarmed. Either you give us grandchildren or we're taking you off our will. The title sounds bad. The story is even worse. I never thought I would be writing a post about my own parents here, but here we are to write. For context, my fiancé have been in a relationship for the past 10 years and just recently got engaged. While it's understandable that 10 years might sound a bit too much, we started dating really early and getting married was not a priority for either of us. We actually preferred to focus on our studies and career for a while. She's a civil engineer, and I'm a medical student after getting a bachelor's and a master's. I do freelancing as a developer to pay for my living expenses. As we've been a couple for a long time, it's quite common for people to ask us when we're getting married and when we're having kids. While we were getting married as soon as I finished med school, we decided not to have children a long time ago, and we're still very certain of that decision, as both of us are more career than family oriented. However, since the engagement, our families have started to put more pressure on us to get married soon and have children, even though we have told them plenty of times that's not going to happen. My fiancé and I live together and we're completely independent from our families financially. Some time ago, during a video chat, we ended up getting into a heated argument with our families for finally snapping at their ceaseless nagging for grandchildren, and we have been strained ever since. Now our families asked us to meet them for a lunch in family at my parents' house. We don't live in the same city, but it's close enough that we can go there for something like this, and that's when the following situation transpired. We arrived early enough to help out in preparing everything for the lunch, and for the next hour or so, things were pretty all right. But after we had lunch and we had sat at the coffee table to chat, it's customary here, the room got visibly tense. Our parents, both hers and mine, started a speech about how much they put into us, how much they worked for us, and how much family means to them. I was already sensing some shitty thing coming out, but I kept listening. Suddenly they said that during one of their talks, they came to a decision that if my fiancé and I didn't give them grandchildren, after all they had done for us, we would be cut off out of their wills. Their reasoning was this. My brother is a gay man and as of now has no intention of adopting or any alternative to have children, and I was the only option on continuing the family. He was not there and is as mortified as I am. She is the older sister, her younger sister is still in high school, and thus must set an example by having a family and continuing the family. Now, if that's not psychotic, I have no clue what is. We quickly looked between ourselves and immediately left their house. We haven't spoken to them since, but as far as we are aware, we're disowned by now. I never thought I would have to go through that, just because I don't want to have children, but it just shows how much entitlement they think they have. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and of course, check out the podcast on your favorite podcast platform.